I wish you guys could be here to see this because it is amazing, spectacular. And we're not even on a high part, we're just looking up at all the mountains and the glaciers and those spiky peaks.
Let's leave everything and go traveling. See what tomorrow brings. It's only a choice away. Let's back up and leave today. Let's see what tomorrow brings.
We had made it to the little village of Chaltén, a popular destination for rock climbers and backpackers because it is home to some pretty epic mountains. We decided to see if we could find a spot away from all the hustle and bustle, so we took this dirt road away from town, checking out this crazy bridge on our way. This is where we ended up for the night, just off the road in a sort of gravel pit. We tucked away next to the tallest bushes to avoid as much wind as possible. The next morning, we awoke to sunny skies and decided today was the day to hit the trail and hike up the famed Fitz Roy.
All right, we begin our hike.
Yeah, I thought this side would be packed, but almost everyone's here like on a bus. And so there's little like in-town buses coming and just dropping off hordes of tourists. But the parking lot's pretty empty back here. So that was kind of cool. I expected to show up, and like if you had a rental car, you may have read that like this back way is the better way to go in terms of crowds. And it's a Saturday, so it's the most crowded day you could probably have, and the most beautiful weather we've seen in, I don't know, at least 5 or 6 days. It's been raining and cloudy, so I think it's going to be crowded. Yes, but pretty stoked. Not a bad parking lot view.
We're starting to get high enough to feel the wind again. That glacier across the river, amazing. So different than snow, it gets so blue. And it's pretty nice. Working up a little bit of a, not much of a sweat, but I'm not freezing. So, good hike so far, pretty easy so far. They say at the end is when it gets steep. So we'll see how steep it is.
Where elves live, I feel like, at the moment.
In the Elven Forest. I don't know what that's called.
I don't either. We're just nerdy enough to think it, but not nerdy enough to know what the name is.
Definitely no bridge. We keep climbing up and then down into more of like a forested area, and it's so interesting once you get up where the wind is. It feels so like hectic and It's just funny how being in the wind more, your like instinct is like, whoa, this isn't good.
It's weird. As soon as you get up into the wind, any sweat, if you let yourself sweat, immediately it's cold. So you keep trying to decide, like with my vest, I'll zip it up to stay warm, but then I might sweat. So I'll unzip it, dry all the sweat, freeze my ass off for a second.
Change of landscape.
Yeah, big time. Tactile view.
Out in the open, man, the sun feels good. Comes and goes because it's partly cloudy today, I'd say. But when the sun hits you, it's nice. What a view, what a view. So pretty, those peaks are incredible. I wish you guys could be here to see this in real life because it is quite spectacular. I wish you guys could be here to see this because it is amazing, spectacular. And we're not even on a high part, we're just looking up at all the mountains and the glaciers and those spiky, spiky peaks. Like Tim said, it's pretty good. We've been watching a lot of Curb Your Enthusiasm lately.
We found ourselves crossing lots of rivers and creeks. Some required more concentration than others, especially while carrying a camera. Luckily, our feet stayed dry. Soon, we were really climbing. This last bit of the hike is where you gain elevation quickly. In fact, just over 1,300 feet in about a mile. There are no more trees to shelter you from the wind, and it all suddenly feels very real. You get the sense of how quickly the weather can change, how intense the wind is, and just how very exposed you are up here. We did make it to the top to enjoy the view.
All right, we made it to the very cold, very windy top, but it's really pretty.
Yeah, very.
I was very cold. Can you tell? Then we made our way back down, the views still blowing our minds.
We did it. Goose is okay in the parking lot,
Yeah.
and I'm exhausted.
Yeah, like
Tim has a broken toe.
Yeah, so it was just in my boot swollen, but then oddly enough I was favoring the right foot so much, which doesn't have a broken toe, that I smashed my big toe really hard. So the good news is I was focused on that pain. Didn't even feel the broken toe swelling up in my boot. But it was great. It was like 12 miles or something like that. A lot of it was really mellow, and then just the end was just straight up.
Yeah, like what is it, the last kilometer? You just climb?
Yeah, I think it was only a kilometer.
I struggled.
It seemed like 3 miles at the end.
Yeah.
Just because it goes straight up.
And then I was freezing at the top because I let myself get sweaty. So it was pretty at the top, but I didn't stay for very long because I was just so cold.
Yeah, and I just went over and checked out another little area up there since we were close to it. I had to go look at one more lake.
And then we came down, had we had a beer and some cookies.
Oh, it was amazing.
And that was
I gotta
nice.
say. Yeah, just as a mental thing too. It's the same with like long mountain bike rides or whatever. Just to sit down and have a beer and like snack, junk food, cookie, whatever. Ugh, nothing better.
And now it's just starting to drizzle a little bit on us on the last little bit of the hike. It was starting to rain.
Yeah, I hope the town's a little bit sunnier, but we'll see. So we're out around the backside from the town, out in the mountains a little bit. This is where we camped. Whoa, a lot of people parking there to hiking.
Yeah.
When we got here this morning, there was just 3 cars, and so we knew it would probably get busy, but it is packed right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
And this is the alternate way to start the Fitz Roy hike. So the main one starts literally in town. That one's got to be nuts. Yeah, and the parking lot only could hold, but 50 cars. It's probably got... Well, I'm sure everyone just had to park somewhere in town and walk.
Yeah.
So
and
now...
they do shuttles out here, too.
Yeah. Our goal is find a really good beer somewhere and then eat a burger or something. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
But eat something bad for us and have at least 1 to 5 cold beers.
Yeah.
And probably then camp in town today. We can come back out here, and this is perfect and beautiful if we think we're going to do like 2 more nights. But if we think we're going to leave tomorrow, we'll probably camp at this parking lot that's filled with overlanders.
Yeah.
A lot of Argentinian overlanders. They travel all over their country. And then some foreign ones that look like too.
Yeah.
So I might meet some people.
I think I'll sleep good tonight.
Yes. It shouldn't be any problems, you know.
No.
You wouldn't think.
We did indeed find some burgers in town, and then stayed the night at the Overlanders spot. It was full of other travelers. Then, just as the sun was setting, we retreated to a perfectly clear view of Fitz Roy. Not a bad way to end a few days of hiking and adventure. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see every time we post a new video. See you next time.
Fragile. Must be French. Fragile.
Pretty cool.
Pretty good.